Yup, reacting to another video. If Assassin's Creed was released in 2020, Assassin's Creed 3 was released in 2025. I've seen this short a little bit. Yeah, this guy is blatantly lying. He's not with lying, he's withholding the truth. And I'm just going to break down the video and get my thoughts on it because it's kind of ridiculous.
Ew. Are you playing Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah?
This game is an insult to the history of the American Revolution by not making the main character English. This is just more woke DEI garbage being pushed down our throats.
So you would want Connor to be white instead?
Yes, that would be more historically accurate.
But there were a few Native Americans who fought on both sides.
That's just obvious pandering.
Well, Assassin's Creed has never been historically accurate. It's been more so...
This is the biggest fucking thing. I don't think people who defend Ubisoft, when people say this about AC Shadows and defend it, AC Shadows from the fucking jump was marketed to be historically accurate. I don't think people understand that. It wasn't meant to it wasn't meant to be a made up story. Ubisoft promoted it to be a game that tells history, not use history to tell their story. They want people to play AC Shadows, walk away and say, this is who Yasuke was. This is what Yasuke did. That's what the game was marketed as. They're comparing a game that was not marketed to be history versus a game that was marketed to be history. And it's a stupid argument. It's fucking stupid. He knows it.
Historically inspired. No one complained when Ezio fought the Pope in the Vatican.
Because it wasn't meant to be historically accurate.
Which
That's not how the game was.
Did not happen.
Right, but that's not about
race. So the only time that we complain about historical inaccuracy
No. Also, Yasuke taking it in the butt is not historically accurate. That has nothing to do with your race.
is when race is involved.
But
Or how about when Ubisoft tried to be more historically accurate by giving Altair a Middle Eastern accent in Assassin's Creed Revelations and got criticized for not keeping the American accent?
Never killed the game. No one really cared that much.
whatever. I'm gonna go watch more Asmon. Hey, dude. Ew. Are you playing
These people,
Assassin's Creed?
this video,
Yeah?
This game is an insult.
it's such a reach. This video is such a reach. I'm about to give you an example of what he's doing, and you tell me if it makes sense. If someone ran to someone and said, "Hey," if someone ran to someone and said, "Hey, this person, he stabbed me. He stabbed me in the neck, or not in the neck. He stabbed me in the stomach. Help me." If someone ran to you and said, "Oh my God, he gave me a black eye. He broke my leg." If someone ran to you and said that, you would think, "Oh my God, this guy's a bad person. He's in danger. We need to stop this dude." If then I said, "Oh, don't hit me. He broke into my house." If you leave out the part, "Oh, he broke into my house," well, then you just think I'm a dangerous person. That's what he's doing. He's blatantly leaving out what Ubisoft part did to make other people seem bad. So it's like, "Oh, Yasuke's a bad person. You're just being racist to Yasuke." But Assassin's Creed has never been historically accurate. Also, Ubisoft, we want to use Yasuke to tell history. You can't. It's such a dumb fucking argument. And not even like, you know what's also funny? Is also this video. He's also using that to defend Assassin's Creed Shadows like he doesn't have a million bucks. Let me do what he's doing. And let me leave out things he said because that's exactly what he's doing. Even if Yasuke was even if they use a Japanese man in AC Shadows, it doesn't save the game. It doesn't change the fact that they're going to have a man in the forest getting piped down by a trans person. It doesn't change the fact that the game has terrible AI. It doesn't change the fact that the game leaves out has microtransactions for your map. Another thing that's funny is at the end he makes a comment about Asmongold. It's funny because Asmongold bought it. Asmongold actually bought the game. And that's more than most people do with these type of games. That's one thing I don't get is that he bought the game with his money. He can criticize it. Anybody who buy the game with their money can criticize it. It's just a bad argument, and people do this on purpose to win arguments. It'd be no different than if you went to someone and said, "Yeah, I got fired from my job. He was a terrible boss. He never even liked me. I think it's because I was black." And it's like, so what? So, but it says here on your report that you didn't come in for a whole week without calling. I mean, yeah, I did do that, but he's still racist. Do you think you would have got fired if you showed up? No, I don't know, but I got fired because I'm black. No, you got fired because you took a week off of work. And it's so stupid. Just remember, Ubisoft said and marketed the game to be historically accurate. They literally, at the end of their marketing campaign, start changing it because they realize how stupid that idea was. Think about this. No one has a problem with Afro Samurai. I mean, ask yourself this. Why do people have a problem with Yasuke in AC Shadows, but they don't have a problem with Afro Samurai? That's all I want you to ask yourself. Peace. Ending the video and goodbye.